Welcome to 0 to 60. Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 60 Football Academy and 60 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of the football.
That was his dream to play for Colorado.
When McChesney grew up in Colorado, always wanted to be a Buffalo, has had a great career.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We're at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to 0 to 60. I'm your host, Matt McChesney. We are rolling here today. We've got a great show for you on deck. Bailey's on the ones and twos as usual. We got Buff talk. We got Super Bowl 60 talk. We've got an unbelievable interview and a bunch of other shit that we got to dive into. If you thought the Jets were a dumpster fire before this show, wait until you hear it at the end. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about and a lot to get to. I'm pretty sure our guest is here, and he is. So we're going to jump straight into this. My man Brady Russell is joining us on the show today, all right? And Brady is a great Buff and a Colorado guy, went to Foster Ridge High School, played for the Buffs from 2017 to 22, I think, and been with the Eagles, and then as now a mainstay with the Seattle Seahawks, voted a captain for the Super Bowl. Right. You know, the tight end H-back and the best hair in the National Football League, bar none, not even close. My man Brady Russell, number 38, in your programs, number 1 in your heart.
Brady Russell joins the show. Brady, how you doing, my man?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
It's damn good to see your smiling face. Happy Super Bowl week.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Happy Super Bowl week to y'all.
How's the hand?
Pretty good. It's healing up nicely. I guess that glare is kind of bad.
Nice. That's a bad.
Ready to play. I know it's kind of sweet.
I know you are ready to play. You would have gone the next day. Is that the most badass scar you have?
Yeah, it has to be. My ankle's pretty good too. I had 2 surgeries on that, but hand has to look a little cooler. Out for everybody to see, I guess.
Yeah, man. You can be like, I got stabbed in a knife fight.
No, that's
all right.
Russell
like. Here on 0 to 60. It is Super Bowl week. He is in Santa Clara. I saw a really, really cool meme of a Seahawks fan driving by the San Francisco's practice facility and stadium, and a big Seattle Seahawk flag is on the stadium, and it says, you know, back in the day,
let's go, Brady. Let's go.
You come in and put your flag down. How cool is it to be, you know, at this point of the season, playing in the Super Bowl at your rival stadium? How cool is that, bro?
Yeah, I think one of my favorites I saw this week was they had to take down one of their players. I don't even know who it was, but now they got a big Sammy D flag on the side of their stadium wearing Seahawks gear. It's awesome.
Yeah, that kicks ass. There's nothing like embarrassing your rival to that point. You guys kicked that ass this year. The San Francisco-Seattle rivalry is one of the best in pro football. All right, so you are voted a captain here for the Super Bowl. That has got to be one of the best honors of your life. I know you wore a C on your chest in Boulder as well. Talk about the process here to get voted one of the 3 captains for Super Bowl 60 and just how cool that is with that group of men rolling into battle here on Sunday.
Yeah, I think it's a huge honor, and then it also shows like the value that Mike, our head coach, has in special teams and how important it really is, and the way that we've had um, consistently we've had big plays all year, but then like we've scored 5 different times, and they've been pretty pivotal moments in our season. Um, so it's cool to see the way Mike honors that and appreciates and trusts the leadership I've shown and the things that I've done to earn that responsibility. Um, so I mean, it's special. It's funny too. Like if you'd asked me 2 years ago, like if I'd prefer the role that I'm in now versus what I could be doing, like I'd want to play on offense and I want to do all these different things. But if I had that role, then I probably wouldn't be getting to be the special teams captain and lead in a different way than I'd have foresaw myself leading, I guess.
And I mean, we'll pony off of that here a second. You know, you're so versatile. You were super versatile in college at CU, playing all over the place on offense and special teams. That's your niche now in the National Football League. You know, an incredibly good Pro Bowl level special teams player. Just all the young guys out there. You're Fossil Ridge. You know, Fossil Ridge High School up in Fort Collins. The same school that's put out guys like Trey Zune and Gage Ginther and Caleb Camping, the big tight end we got in the gym now, and you know a long line of really tough, versatile. You know, Zune's playing every position at the Senior Bowl. What's with you Fossil Ridge guys, man? You're just Swiss Army knives. Talk about the importance of that for all these young guys out here listening.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Really, it's kind of cool. My oldest brother was the first Division I player out of Fossil Ridge, and it was at the University of Northern Colorado, so not quite as big time as a lot of people would like it to be, I guess. But then I had to come walk on at Colorado because it seemed hard to get looks out of Fossil Ridge. I felt like there was a few schools, at least being in Colorado State's hometown, being an hour or hour and a half south of Laramie. Like I had opportunities that I thought I should have had, and no one would pull the trigger and offer me. So I had to go earn it as a walk-on. But then we've seen obviously a lot of big time recruits since then coming out of Fossil and how the attention's kind of gone there.
So moving forward here, talking about, you know, the Super Bowl is specifically here, Super Bowl 60 kicking off on Sunday. You guys have your off day here today on Tuesday. Thanks for taking the time to, you know, talk to Buffalo country and all the guys here in Colorado, everybody watching and pulling for you. I mean, you're playing the Super Bowl on Sunday, bro. You gotta. Yeah. I know that Uncle Matt's got like 4 or 5 rings, right? So this is a chance to match and add another ring to the Russell family. How excited are you just to, I mean, take yourself out of professional football land and put yourself in, you know, 15-year-old Brady Russell is about to be a captain in the Super Bowl. Go.
Yeah, I think awesome. It's pretty interesting because the thoughts you have as a kid, like dreaming of being in this game and dreaming of playing the NFL and all those things. But then once you're in this point, like I don't feel any different this week. Nothing feels different. I feel like I'm preparing to go win a football game. And that's what we've done for 20 weeks or so now, something like that. Feels like forever. And preseason games is another 3 that are really big for me, a guy like me that's on the edge of the roster type thing. So it's cool to see kind of like it was a dream forever, but now it's just another day at work. And like I try to sit and appreciate that, but also I don't want to make it bigger than it is either. Like it is another game. I just need to go prepare and play the same I have all year.
Absolutely.
Bailey,
Brady,
I know you're a super Seahawks fan, so let's get in there, bro.
Well, I wanted to ask you first, Seahawks-wise, Mike McDonald, just talk about his impact on the team last 2 seasons since he's taken over. Obviously, you talked about when he first got in there, getting this team to an NFC championship. Obviously, he's done that. Now you guys are in the Super Bowl. Just talk about Coach and his impact.
Yeah, his impact is huge. And I remember it's funny after that first meeting and seeing the video of it now, because I kept telling my family and tell my friends. One of my childhood best friends I called right after that meeting and is like, dude, you wouldn't believe it. I say that because he's a giant Colorado fan. That's why he's one of the first people I called. But telling him about that meeting and the vision he was kind of painting, and how eye to eye I really see with Mike is special, I think, and I love it. And he's just brought like a true grit to our team, and like we're not going to do things an easy way. Like we probably have one of the most, and compared to my time in Philly, way more miserable training camp, if you way more difficult, way more physical. During the season, we're still putting pads on, we're still getting after it. Like, it doesn't matter. We aren't walking through every day, and we aren't just going through the motions. Like, we're getting after it, and you can see that on Sunday when it comes. Like, a lot of people think you'd be too beat up and you might be not as ready to go as the other team because they've had an easier week and an easier training camp and all that. But then we show up on Sundays, and we're the most physical team out there by far. So he's really brought physicality and kind of one way he says it that I love is he says old school principles with new school methods. So we got that old school blue collar attitude, but we're doing it in innovative ways and adapting how the game needs us to.
Colorado Buffalo and Seattle Seahawk captain Brady Russell from Fossil Ridge High School joining us here on 0 to 60 during Super Bowl week. Here's our own little radio row on Tuesday. Just talk about the city of Seattle, man. It's embraced you. You know, I feel like the fan base loves you. You're one of their guys. You're a blue collar ass kicker out there. Pacific Northwest. I mean, your nephew Reese is getting recruited by Oregon and Washington super hard. Just talk about the Pacific Northwest and kind of just embracing you up there in Seattle country and how awesome it's been.
Yeah, I think one thing I love about it that kind of fits in my identity with this city is like the East Coast bias is real. And like in Philly, after practice, you'd have 60 reporters in the locker room in your face and trying to talk and everything. But here we got 8 or 9 reporters, and we don't have a bunch of media attention. We don't have a bunch of anything, but we also have the strongest fan base probably in the whole NFL. So it's like the people there care about it and love you, but you also don't have as much of the external noise and the stuff that doesn't matter. Like, that's kind of off to the side. It doesn't matter. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of BS, you know?
Have you caught a fish yet?
Yeah, I've gone out. It's funny. I've gone out salmon fishing.
Here, hold on. We might need to get Brady to refresh. I don't know what happened with his microphone here. Oh, that was not a good sound. Brady, if you could just refresh or just leave and join back in the studio real quick, and it should clear up the issue. I don't know what that was.
How do they do the fish catching? Do you have to go to a specific place?
I want to know where he went. Like, it depends. I've caught a fish off of Puget Sound right off of like Lincoln Park on the water right there. Kind of, you can do it all over. It's not that hard. It's easy. It's there.
I figure like that's got to be a rite of passage, right? Like, how big of a fish can you catch?
Yeah. We got out. So I've been out 6 times, and I've got skunked 5 of the times. But we caught one big king salmon. So who threw it to you after you caught it? Nobody threw it to me.
No one threw it to you? Yeah, we got it.
All off the boat.
Remember on like NFL game days, they used to go down to the market and throw the fish, and like Randy Moss would catch it.
Pike Place, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm old as shit, but that did happen. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's still there. They still got the fish market, and they're slinging those things around, but we aren't throwing them off the boat.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why would you throw it off the boat? All right, so here, moving forward here on 0 to 60, and we got a couple more for Brady Russell before we get him out of here. Super awesome of him to take some time on Tuesday during Super Bowl week to talk to all the Buffalo country and talk about Super Bowl 60. How are we looking here, Bailey?
What we good? What?
I think we're good. We got a little surprise for you though here, Brady, and we wanted to bring in this guy. He's a huge fan, and we think he might have better hair. We're not sure.
Brady, what's going on?
What's up, dude? Where are you at?
I'm at school right now. I'm out in the truck right now. I got a little off period going, so I thought I'd hop on and say what's up.
Perfect.
We're ditching class to talk to Cousin Brady.
Let's go.
So I got a question. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Whose hair is who inspired who? Because Reese has had a mullet since he was like 6. And you've had a mullet since I've known you. So who inspired who, and who's really got the better mullet? Shake that shit, Reese. Shake it real quick.
Dude. I mean, right now I got to give it to Brady. I mean, he's doing it. He's doing it for real, and I love that. So, I mean, I feel like he was the one who got me going with the long hair, and then, man, he's got the mullet going though. I love it.
the long hair
I
coming
feel
out
like Brady's
almost
mullet
feels
is
a
like
Russell
could
staple.
assault people.
Oh
Like it's
yeah,
got its own area code, bro. Have you gotten approached by like
yeah.
Head and Shoulders yet or anything?
By who?
The Head and Shoulders, bro. You should be doing a fucking commercial with Paul Amalu.
You know, I think their special teamers don't get a lot of love from the marketing community, so maybe we need to get that changed.
That'll change this weekend, hopefully. All right. So look, both the Russells here on 0 to 60, which is pretty cool here on Tuesday.
Hold on, Matt. Before you start, fellas, could you turn your phone sideways so we can get the full shot? We get the mullets both in the shot here. Just
Oh yeah, there we go.
Hell yeah.
Let me get it sideways for you.
Oh my God! It just got. Look how much bigger it just got. Look at that! Look at
There we go. Let's go.
God, it's perfection on these. The level of perfection here by the hair is just incredible. So does obviously this comes from the Russell side of the family. Did Matt have a mullet like this? Brady, does your dad have a mullet and hair like this? This is incredible.
My dad was Marine Corps, so he wasn't growing any mullets.
No mullets there.
Matt's known for
Yeah,
his
dude,
long
I
beard
think.
now.
Yeah, he's got the beard going. The mountain man. That's what he calls it right there.
Yeah, that beard is intense. I saw it on your trip to Oregon. We were talking about that with Brady earlier. You know, him playing for Seattle and you getting recruited by Washington and Oregon and some other schools up there in the Pacific Northwest. How cool would it be to potentially play in the same town that Brady plays in? That'd be pretty cool. That'd be one hell.
Dude, it'd be awesome. Oh my gosh, it'd be so fun being right down the road from Brady, and it totally could happen. So, gosh, it'd be awesome though. I'd love to hang out with him sometimes. Get up there on the weekends, it'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Are you going to go catch fish too?
Oh,
I know you're a fisherman, aren't you? Yeah, this would be lethal.
Oh, it'd be
got
a combo up there.
I know. It was fun though. On one of his visits, I got to go with him to Washington, and we were kind of dreaming about once he's up here and being able to go duck hunt on the weekends, fishing on the weekends, have him over to the house or some of the old linemen, whatever. So be a good time. Now I have a wife, so I guess she'd have to she'd have to cook a lot of food for all this.
Oh yeah.
All right, I like it. This is the Husky secret weapon is Brady. I love it. Reese, are you going out to the Super Bowl?
No, we're not. We're staying here. We're doing a little watch party for Brady though, so I think we can get the family together and be cheering hard for the Seahawks though. We're so fired up though. It's gonna be awesome.
This kicks ass. Well, I just wanted you two to be able to see each other's faces here, so I thought I'd surprise Brady with Reese's face. So you guys have a great day. Brady, thanks for coming on the show, bro. And hey, go get yourself a ring, bro. Super Bowl 60s is Brady Russell time.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Oh, let's go, Brady. Shout out to you.
Man.
There we go. See you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, y'all.
Yeah, later.
Yes, sir. Matt. Woo! Go Hawks. That's awesome having Brady on and then Breeze surprise him. I like that.
Yeah, I think that I think Seattle might have a chance to really whip that ass, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I know how you feel about the Patriots too. We'll be sure to preview that towards the end of the week here, because I think we know where both you and I are leaning here. And the show is brought to you by FanDuel, so we'll have that to discuss as well. But, Matt, let's dive into Colorado Buffalo's football news, coverage, and et cetera here. Lots to discuss here and lots of NFL news to discuss. Holy shit. Let's start CU. I want to talk Pecco. Colorado's defensive line coach has been hired by the Steelers. So that kind of leaves a gap for Colorado in the defensive line room. Not really sure Warren Sapp coming back, I'm assuming. We haven't heard otherwise. What was your reaction to seeing this, Matt? What does this mean for CU's defensive line?
No offense to Pecco. I'm not really concerned about – I'm not saying losing him is nothing. But he was there for a year. I'm more concerned if his sons or nephews, I can't remember if his sons or nephews are as good as they're supposed to be. I'm more worried about them leaving. They probably had a lot to do with going there because of big man. So that'd be where my head goes. But I don't, this is a good opportunity for him. I'm sure he'd rather be an NFL coach than a college coach. I mean, college coaching is not the same as NFL coaching, especially assistant coaching. Assistant coaching in the NFL is like, you're playing chess on your phone. You're just arranging pieces. You're going through technique drills and stuff, but there's no hardcore developmental coaching anymore. You're either doing it or you're not. Developmental stuff in the NFL, it's few and far between, to say the least. College is all about developing. So he was only there for a year. The guys that they brought in, they didn't listen to anything he said. I guarantee you he coached them hard. He loves ball. So, yeah, this is a good move for him. And best of luck to him.
Are you surprised at all?
No.
No surprise.
No, this is again, this is an opportunity. Colorado is a bouncer school, and they don't want to admit it. You can bounce to another opportunity as a coach, and you bounce to another opportunity as a player. That's what it is right now, and unfortunately, until we change a lot of shit, that's what it's going to continue to be.
Have you heard any word on a replacement, or is there anybody out there coaching who you feel would be a good replacement for Pecco?
I don't think they need a replacement. They have Sapp, right? They have an assistant guy too. I mean, how many coaches do you need at some point? Like they have two more defensive line coaches. So don't they have a defensive end coach too? So they got coaches everywhere, bro. I'm sure they'll be fine. This is just Pecco's gone, and they don't need to replace him. They got dudes.
Fair. We'll see we'll see what happens. If I don't know. I have heard no word on replacement. I don't even know, is Coach Sapp coming back? I've heard nothing on him leaving. So I don't know. I assume he would take over in Pecco's replacement. But Pecco off to the Steelers. We'll see what happens with his sons and nephews committed and playing for CU, or coming to CU, I should say. Matt, let's talk about your Jets. Lots to address here. Let's talk about it. Woody Johnson. This gets interesting here. So Aaron Glenn, Woody Johnson. Aaron Glenn is trying to hire, I believe, Wing Martindale as his defensive coordinator. And then now all of a sudden this came out. Basically, what happened with the Jets this offseason? Quote, I think Aaron Glenn was acting upon the wishes of his owner. I think Woody Johnson probably said to Aaron, hey, look, I'm paying you $12 million a year. You are a really good defensive coordinator in Detroit. Why don't you call the plays? So that's kind of an interesting. What the fuck is going on with your Jets? So they fired their OC 23 days after the season. A bunch of coaches are gone. I haven't really seen them bring in a lot of that. What the fuck is, man? What's going on with your Jets in this? Woody Johnson now? I mean, I'm not going to get it. I mean, we could talk about Woody Johnson in a sec because we got to address certain, Epstein files and everything else. But what's the deal with this here? This is crazy. This is funny. I don't know. It's getting laughable.
Well, it's been laughable. This is. I don't think anybody wants to work for the Jets. Number one, especially the head coach. Yes, you need a defensive coordinator that's like your assistant, because you should be calling the plays. You're the head coach. That's your job. You got hired. You didn't get hired because you're like some super leader. You got hired because you were a good defensive coordinator with Detroit, or an average one at least, and you played for the team. And yeah, you're an ex-player, but it's kind of is what it is. So he should be making the play calls. I think the way they go about it is, again, awful and just super wrong. It makes them look incompetent. So they are incompetent. I mean, the Jets are a goddamn dumpster fire. This is just another circumstance of how ass backwards they are. So, I've never wanted somebody not to own a football team worse than I want. I want Woody Johnson gone so bad, bro. But again, will it even matter?
I don't know. I'm on the John Gruden to the Jets train next year.
Yeah, but if you're John Gruden, why the fuck would you want to go work for this dumpster fire? To fuck your legacy up? I mean, some guys, it's just the stench of the organization just rubs off on them and they can never get it off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, are they going to hire this? So Wink Martindale's out. That seemed like, I'm going to be honest. Do you trust Aaron Glenn being a head coach and calling the defensive plays at this point?
I don't trust Aaron Glenn at all, but I'm just saying he should be able to do both. especially if nobody else wants the job. And the fucking owner is going to sabotage anybody you do try and hire. So I guess this is your indication that you better pony up and start calling the defense too, bro. This is what it is. Head coach / defensive coordinator. And they're not asking for too much. The majority of coaches that came from this circumstance also call defense or offense. That's what it is.
And another report came out going backwards, talking about Sam Darnold. We talked about the Super Bowl with Brady earlier. Jamal Adams talked about Adam Gase setting.
Hey, you want me to? I got to address something real quick. Sorry.
Are you good? He said, Brady B11 says, we didn't even make Reese Russell's top 6 schools SMH. It got posted this morning. Probably talking about
why would we?
I mean,
or why would they? Why would they? Why would CU? Why would they? I mean, come on. It's not just like, oh, well, come play for us. Come on, man. Why would they?
The comments, like, really? He's
just saying, like, I'm sure he's saying it's ridiculous by them. They got to recruit the kid. It's not Reese's. It's not like I'd rather the player not put CU in the top 6 if it's not real. What is this, a sympathy tweet? Like, they're not in the top 6. What it is.
Yeah. Going back to Jamal Adams saying Adam Gase set the team up for failure when Sam Darnold and Adams were there. He said, quote, Sam Darnold showed flashes. That's why the trade didn't make sense. Our head coach that we hired, Adam Gase, didn't really help us out. Now he didn't help us out. Sometimes you look back like, golly, we had Sam Darnold in our hands and he's going to the Super Bowl. What? I mean,
Jamal Adams needs
to just pile it on with the Jets today, but what's up with this? I agree.
First of all, he said golly. He said golly, so everything he said after that, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Look, Jamal Adams he's a good player, but he's far from a great one. You know, he played for the Seahawks, didn't he?
He was much better on the Jets than he was the Seahawks.
And I would say that he was
first round pick for him, and a lot of draft capital for Jamal. He was hurt a lot. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. So look, Sam Darnold on the Jets was a long ass time ago. This was a long time ago. It's just, I don't know why he's rehashing this. Like, you know, rookie or second year Sam Darnold is not the same as whatever 8-year Sam Darnold that's been through all this bullshit to get where he's at. So. This would not be this. If he was with the Jets for the last 8 years, they wouldn't be playing in the Super Bowl on Sunday. Let's just be real. Yeah. They would be maybe 500, maybe 9-8 or 8-9, and super frustrated. And he would have to get out of there in order to go win somewhere else. So this isn't a Sam Darnold thing. The Jets are a joke.
Yeah, it just didn't mean to pile on with the Jets today, but it's just how it goes today. Matt, let's talk about something, and honestly, we might argue about this or we might agree to this. I'm not sure yet. I haven't talked to you about this, but we got to talk about this Vikings GM that got fired here. So, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, the Vikings fired him. Throughout the season, there was talk about underlying tension in the Vikings league circles. Now it comes out, Matt, among other things, that Kwesi Adolfo reportedly used PFF to evaluate and select different players in the drafts. This is something I'm curious on your take on. He took 2 weeks off for paternity leave after the birth of his first son. He let Daniel Jones and Darnold leave, drafted J.J. McCarthy, drafted 0 Pro Bowlers in the 4 years with the team. No Pro Bowlers in this era of Pro Bowl, where it's replacements and, Shador's in it. Shout out to Shador. He's about to ball out tonight, but this is just what it is. Opted against signing Aaron Rodgers, typically didn't attend the Senior Bowl. He attended, I believe, the Senior Bowl this year. That's the only time I saw him there. And going to the paternity leave thing. This is from Diana Rossini. In an NFL culture where many players, coaches, and executives proudly acknowledge missing the births of their children, taking time away to care for a newborn and support a partner remains uncommon among rival executives and coaches. It was met with disbelief. Shocking. Matt, what's your take on this here? Because I can't believe that this is real. I mean, you can't. Wow. I'm not surprised that they let him go when this is coming out. Sheldon Day went on JB's show, who played for the Vikings, 10-year NFL veteran D tackle, and said that there's more to the story than this. Not so sure. What are your thoughts?
I think that probably the mishandling of Sam Darnold and J.J. McCarthy probably had a lot to do with him getting fired too. Mm-hmm. Are you telling me that his wife took off 2 weeks for maternity leave? What?
No. Puts her like he himself, the male, took off 2 weeks.
Why the fuck does he need to take 2 weeks off for maternity leave? He didn't just have a kid. What are you gonna do? Stand there and stare at the fucking baby? What are we talking about? No, this is God, dude.
Don't get it, man.
This is so disgusting. That's the most disgustingly soft thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. Like, okay, we had a kid. That's awesome. Now I need to keep making the money to support my family. That's what the man does in the relationship. You need this 2 week. What are you going to take 2 weeks off and just sit there and fucking stare at the baby? Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. What the fuck, dude? No, it's not how it works. And I don't want to hear any of this like, oh, well, it's 2026 and that men give birth to. Men give birth to.
Ryan Clark was defending the fuck out of this.
Ryan Clark is such a fucking pussy, dude. That guy's, I don't know if there is a bigger bitch on TV than Ryan Clark. So, of course he would. Ryan Clark probably gave birth to his children. This is that. Ooh. 2 weeks to do what? Get to know your baby? Did you have a riveting conversation with it?
Riveting conversation. Yeah. So Matt, just to put context,
that's terrible. Jesus.
Just to put a face to a name, here's a press conference from Adolfo Mensa, just talking about who he is as a person.
Coach, when you're sitting there at 11, like how do you decide when it's worth trading up or rolling the dice?
Yeah. I always talk about minimizing regret. And, if you're sitting on your couch one day and you're like that extra fifth or whatever it was, and it could have had a chance at a guy that you think has traits and could be special, you're never going to care about that fifth round pick, and there's ways of getting it back. Obviously, I'm a spreadsheet calculator guy myself, but sometimes you got to step out from there, take your Clark Kent glasses off, and just have a championship mindset.
Yeah, fuck me. This is one of the things I've been talking about. And we're going to continue to talk about here as the week goes on. Like people that aren't football people invading football space. And he's a GM. How did this fucking dork get this job, bro?
Let's look up his tree here.
And it's not like his record's not bad as a GM. I'm pretty sure he was like 40 something and 20 something. Like he's got a good head coach, but I just you're a football guy and you sit down to get cut by this chump. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm a football player and I got to get cut by this fucking guy on cut day. He's going to sit there and be like, well, analytically, we just think player X is better than you. Like, what the fuck do you know?
Dog, listen to this. I can't even,
God damn it.
So I can't confirm that he's ever played football in his life, but what I can tell you is this. So got his bachelor's degree from Princeton. He was a walk-on to the Princeton men's basketball team. He earned his master's from Stanford. Before getting in the NFL, he was a portfolio manager and commodities trader on Wall Street. From 2013 to 2016, he worked as the manager of football research and development with the Niners, and he was promoted to the director of football research and development 2 years after that. He then went to Cleveland as their vice president of football operations under Andrew Berry.
That explains it all. There you go. He works for Andrew Berry. No wonder he's a fucking idiot. Almost as much as this fucking super soft comment. Bro, both my kids were preemies and in the ICU for like 2 months each, and I still went to work every day and then went to the hospital every night. So stop, bro. You don't need 2 weeks off to stare at the fucking baby. Take your ass back to work. Set the tone. It's not how many fucking off days is he going to see you fucking just sitting there? Daddy doesn't have to go to work today. Are you a house husband? I hate the world we live in sometimes, Bailey, more than anything.
Oh, it's unbelievable, man. I mean, good Lord.
Are you going to nurse the child?
Oh, you want to hear something? You want to hear something else that's unbelievable that we can
Sure.
talk about? I can't wait to hear your opinion on this. We talked about Jordan Hudson, Hudson, and Bill Belichick, right? The age gap, 72 years to shit. She's damn near my age, 24.
I guess we have talked about this.
So now we get to talk about this. So WWE's Nikki Bella is dating Cooper DeJean, I guess, and this is 42 to 22, but the woman is the older one here. So what's your take on this here? Do you have the same take as Belichick, or what's it?
Well, I hope everyone's as disgusted about this as they are about Bill.
Right, exactly. I want the same.
This is
energy.
only a 22-year-old difference, so
exactly. I want the same fucking energy from everybody else. No,
yes,
nobody cares. Like,
this is cool, though. This is cool. High five to her, right? She bet. If anything, this is like predatory. This is. Don't tell me it's not fucking strategic, dog. Older woman.
I mean, they're both professional athletes, technically, right?
No.
They're WWE. I mean, she gets paid like one.
You know, the fact that fucking wrestling is on ESPN makes me kind of want to throw up.
Oh, that's why I stopped watching. When Sports Center and whatever first they're talking about like Roman.
I don't really have anything against wrestling. It's not. We can't go from football highlights to fucking SummerSlam fucking talk. Like they're over here talking on ESPN like, I wonder what's going to happen in this duel. And the guy's like, well, I fucking know because it's all scripted. So I guess it does fit the narrative, though, since everything else is scripted. I just think, look, this needs to get the same energy that all the other hypocrites get. This is equally as disgusting. Now, look, I'm not mad at him. Do whatever you want, bro. Like, fuck. This is the roles are reversed, so it's not going to be the same kind of finger pointing. I'm not mad at the guy. Do whatever you want. Just
I'm not either.
Hey, I'll bet you one thing. His next contract's bigger than her next contract. How much you want to bet?
I agree.
So maybe you should guard yourself from that.
We can't show it, but didn't she like talk about him in the WWE or something recently? We can't show it because they'll try to take us down. But didn't she talk about him or something? It's just crazy. Matt, before we go to break, I wanted to shout out a product of 6-0 Academy, former Colorado offensive lineman, Casey Roddick, who's promoted to Georgia State's head offensive line coach. It's pretty big time. Congrats to him. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, only 2 years into coaching, and he's already a head O-line coach. Connor Jones actually went down here and signed out of the transfer portal as a grad transfer from Michigan to start a tackle for him. So, yeah, a guy that I was coaching 3 years ago, is now coaching. So it's full circle, man. It's pretty fucking cool. And we're actually going to have Casey on at some point here in the offseason to talk shop. But that is a big time move. Don't be surprised if he's an NFL offensive line coach before you know it. He's a real smart cat, very motivated. And I thought should have been an NFL player. And I'm not really sure why it didn't work out, honestly.
But proof in the pudding with the coaching. He's moving.
Kraft didn't get into the Hall of Fame either.
Yeah, we that's when we come back for break. I can't wait. Yes. So when we come back, we got a lot to talk about. Robert Kraft was not voted into the Hall of Fame. So Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, not in the fucking Hall of Fame this year. Unreal.
They're gonna cherry then?
Well, fuck. I guess we'll.
The list doesn't come out till Thursday.
I don't know. Well, let me confirm on Vinatieri, but I can tell you Robert Kraft ain't in and Belichick ain't in. So crazy.
If I'm Tom Brady, I might be a little nervous here.
Yeah, we also gotta talk. Yeah, like real shit though. If they hold him out, like, oh my god, this is a fucking joke. Jordan Hudson actually is hosting a banquet for Belichick the same night as the Hall of Fame ceremony. I'll just throw that out.
Maybe like the more I think about it, maybe you shouldn't cheat.
What the fuck does that have to do with on the field, Matt? Come on, are you shit?
Maybe you shouldn't cheat. Go Jets.
You're talking about your. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right.
What did you think I was talking about?
No. Okay. I didn't think you were relating it to that.
What did you think I was talking about?
That exact thing. I just didn't think you were relating it to that in that context, man. That's all.
Well, the more I think about it, now
that's what I'm saying. Tom and Spygate. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't cheat. Don't cheat, and you probably won't get fucked with like this. That's all I can come up with. So,
go Jets. On the other side, Matt, we got to talk about the Epstein files being tied to several people within the NFL, including Josh Harris, Giants co-owner Steve Tisch, and Russell Wilson's name was brought up in the Epstein files, but he quickly denied it. Came out right away. So we're gonna, read his response.
It was he tried to buy a plane.
Yeah, he tried to buy a plane. We got to talk about the calendar in college football. Lane Kiffin's called it out. It makes absolutely zero sense. That and much more. Bad Bunny in the halftime Super Bowl. Everyone's pissed off about it, and Roger Goodell responded to it. If you're watching, pound the like button, subscribe, become a member of the Dudgeon family here at 0 to 60. We will be back in 2 minutes. Peace.
Whether it's offensive linemen as they work combos and double teams and also pass pro and punch, I think the unique physicality of this is outstanding. So much so that you can use it for your shield on punt team or as you rush in the shield. There's so many different ways that we're using it. We get better a little bit every single day, and I just wanted to say thank you because I hadn't ever thought of this, and when I saw it, it made total sense, and we're doing a great job with it. So thank you, man. Go Big Red. What this has done for us is it's allowed us to, because of the surface area, because of its firm nature, I can still strike against another player and have to use that punch just like you do on a sled. At the same time, have to time my punch because it could move. I can teach defensive linemen how to handle double teams because they can feel pressure. We can simulate contact in a safe environment in non-contact times because of this unique bag.
Welcome down here to the Lab 60 Football Academy, 60 Strength and Fitness. I am your owner and operator, Matt McChesney. I just wanted to let everybody know that 60 is now on Cameo. You can go on Cameo and request any tips for training, any offensive line, defensive line tips, recruiting tips. I get so many inquiries in my inbox on a daily basis about tips and can you look at my film and can you do this? Can you break down something for me? I'd love to. All right? It's like the Joker said, my man right here. If you're good at something, never do it for free. So Cameo is now your bridge to 60 Football Academy. Go in, request what you want, tips, suggestions, recruiting, film, and we will make sure that you get the absolute best from the best. So check out 60 on Cameo at 60 Academy. Cameo, 60 Academy. Cameo, 60 Academy.
We're back. Pound the like button, subscribe, become a member. Fine Tuesday here. Matt, Robert Kraft, not inducted in the Hall of Fame in this cycle, along with Bill Belichick. Thoughts?
Okay, so it's not a conspiracy against Bill Belichick anymore. Obviously, this is bigger than that. Now both of them are being left out. If I'm Tom Brady, he's gonna get left out. You have to assume that they're gonna leave him off the first ballot. And do I think that the Deflategate and shit is? I think Deflategate's fucking witchcraft bullshit. But the recording other people's practices and game shit isn't. That was real, and that happened. I played for Mangini, and I played for Josh McDaniels, and I played for Bill Parcells in Miami when he was the GM and president. And that was real. Like, Mangini was doing it in New York. I mean, McDaniels talked about it openly. So that was some real shit that they were punished for. Now, obviously, the NFL is taking a bite out of the Major League Baseball book and saying, you're tarnished. What you did was tarnished. And the only way that we can prove that it was is to keep you out. for at least a year. Now, my question becomes, do they keep him out again?
There's no way. This fucking
why is there so I thought that this wouldn't happen. I thought Kraft was definitely getting in. I
can believe him about Belichick. That makes I don't know.
I understand. Dude, everybody can be as like upset about it as they want. I'm past that part now. I'm trying to figure out why. So if I'm Tom Brady, I'm pretty nervous that I don't get into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. I know it's not, it makes the Hall of Fame look ridiculous. I'm not saying it doesn't. It's looked ridiculous since this started. But this looks vindictive as fuck. But at the same time, I mean, maybe you shouldn't cheat the fucking system to death, and then you wouldn't get fucked.
Everyone get in because of Spygate or Deflategate? Because I'm trying to figure both. Okay. Because they're all calling Spygate. They're going Spygate with Belichick and saying that's why. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's what else would it be?
That's fucking. It's fucking bullshit, in my opinion.
What else would it be?
Okay, what are you gonna say?
That's one thing that connects.
I want to look at who gets in.
Well, hold on. Then Vinatieri needs to be part of this. And Richard Seymour was a first ballot Hall of Famer. Randy Moss was a first ballot Hall of Famer. They were part of it. So I guess you have to have a figurehead big enough to get everyone to notice when you start lopping off heads. But this is the National Football League and the writers saying to the public, we are going to levy justice here. And they're not saying why, but that's the only thing that connects both of these men. And the only thing that's going to connect Tom Brady. So I would think, and I know this sounds crazy as fuck, but so did the notion that somehow Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, and Tom Brady would not be first ballot Hall of Famers. That sounds insane to me. I can't even believe I'm saying it. But right now, I don't see a way in hell that Tom Brady's going to be a first ballot guy if they're doing this to the owner and the coach. They're also going to do it to the quarterback. They're not going to just let him in and then not do it, and then do it to the fucking owner and the coach. That's not going to happen. Everything happens in threes, and he's the third fucking pillar to fall. Now, I would be more concerned, if you're a Patriot fan, that they leave them out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would be more concerned about. Not just that it takes a year to get in. I would be more concerned that, like, they're so vindictive that they try and live in a world where they don't get in at all. And honestly, if I'm Kraft, Belichick, and Brady, because this hasn't happened to Tom yet, but he can't feel good about it not happening.
Right.
He's got to be nervous as fuck that he's about to get left out of the Hall of Fame and be the most accomplished player ever. Now, I will say this, though. Instead of hating each other, they all better band together.
That's right. They better be like,
I wouldn't,
Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't even go into the Hall of Fame. If you don't let Tom in next year, all three of them, I would just be like, fuck you. Fuck your Hall of Fame. Now, look, yes, it makes the Hall of Fame look terrible, but you know, they also got caught cheating. So that's what's going on here. They're getting, the punishment is being levied. This is like a civil case. So they got a slap on the wrist in the fucking criminal case, and then the civil case came around and cleaned them the fuck out. So they are getting crushed right now, and I can't believe it's happening. But at the same time, like I can believe it's happening. The amount of people that hate the Patriots, there's 31 cities in the National Football League that all hate New England. Everywhere. No one likes these people outside of Boston. They hate the fans. They think that everyone's corrupt. Every time we talk about the Patriots, I bring up the fact that they're fucking cheaters. And when we were at the AFC title game, I must have yelled cheaters 50 times. So this is the more I talk about it, the less surprised I am. And I can't believe I was as surprised when it happened, with the reason for it happening right in front of our face. And look, the fact that Kraft is also not in tells you that, like, all the Kraft had something to do with Belichick out of it is bullshit. He's being targeted just like Bill is. And you know what, bro? This is, if they're going to start holding players and coaches and franchises to this standard, I don't know how you're going to get anybody into the fucking Hall of Fame, dog. There's some real pieces of shit in the Hall of Fame.
That's what I'm saying. Why are the
I don't know why here. This is not like, so look, this pretty much, like, do you think Sean Payton is a Hall of Famer?
Not if fucking Belichick's not. This
Well,
changes the whole. This changes.
Yeah, but just think of, I'm not talking about the player part. Like, he has a huge scandal against him. He got suspended for like a year.
Oh, fuck yeah. See, now, no.
Well, how does Sean Payton get in? He can't get in. So, like,
there's no way.
Anybody with scandal or anything with like behind your name that's bad these days, you have to think that you're not getting in, even on the ballot, not even considered.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. This is fucking craziness, though. I'll tell you that. This is really insane. I can't believe it's happening. And when is Tom eligible? Next year? Next year's 5 years, isn't it?
Let's see. I think it's 128, I guess. Here. Brady Hall of Fame eligible. Let's see. He is eligible 2028. Yep. So he's got 2 more years.
I mean, here's a good point, but I can't imagine they would just do this. Why? Like, yeah, that sounds cool, but I don't think that's. Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I just look, man.
Who gets left off of the 3? Probably Kraft, right?
All 3 of them. They're not there. You can't. All 3 of them are deserving resume. No one's saying they're not. The franchise is unbelievable. Since Kraft has been there, he's been to fucking Super Bowl with 3 different coaches and 3 different quarterbacks. That's fucking impressive. Okay. Since he got the job, he's totally turned that place around. It's a family business, but he's not immune to this either. You know, everybody knows the rumors about old Bob Kraft.
Mm-hmm.
And then the player side of it, you know, Brady got suspended multiple games for Deflategate and the fucking Spygate shit. Deflategate is what it is, but Spygate was real, like I said, and that one really pisses me off because just think that you can, like, you're not going to get some kind of advantage by what they were doing is ridiculous, or they wouldn't have been doing it. That's what this is. So people just got to deal with it, bro. If this is the standard, then I kind of take back. I'm going to walk back what I said last week with, like, people should sit it out. Actually, let's separate ourselves from the cheaters.
Damn, you way against it. See,
yeah. Well, I've got to think. I'm thinking about it more since it happened, and now that Kraft also is not in, this tells me that this is bigger than just they don't like Bill. This is a Patriot issue. So
let me ask you this: so when you saw Belichick get left out, did you think in your mind that there's still a possibility that Kraft got it? Because in my mind, there's no way Kraft gets in if Belichick doesn't get in.
I thought for sure Kraft was going to get in. Yeah, I mean, but the fact that he's not, I mean, and they're both the way that they were leaked too. It's like Bill's shit was leaked last week, so all you're doing is talking about the Patriots. Mm-hmm. And Kraft stuff is leaked this week on Tuesday on the off day, and all you're doing is talking about the Patriots, and they just happen to be playing in the Super Bowl. You know, no, there is no such thing as bad press. Now, this is the kind of shit that tarnishes legacy. You can't take their rings away, though. And like those teams were excellent. And Tom Brady's still the GOAT, in my opinion, regardless of all this bullshit. But they're definitely not fucking around. This is like their only recourse, right? This is their only way to get at all 3 of them and make them feel something they don't have control. Like, Tom Brady can't just make a phone call and make this right. Bill Belichick can't yell at anybody and, like, be a dick and make this right. But Robert Kraft can't pay somebody off and make this right. They just have to look like you guys. They got to just fucking wear this.
Yeah.
And the NFL looks bad. But if you say we're not letting these 3 in because of the cheating scandals, at least they're consistent and they're holding all 3 of them out. I mean, fuck, I know it's insane, but holy shit.
Yeah. I don't look. I'm curious to see what happens next year. If it goes another year, they might all get left off. I want to see what happens with Brady in 28. We still have 2 years to get to that. So next year we'll see with Belichick and Kraft what happens. But to me, it's hard to believe with all the outcry that next year they don't get in my opinion. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Or else everybody with common sense.
When does Eli become a candidate?
Manning, he's been a candidate. Like, he's up this year. I mean,
well, when they put him in the Hall of Fame, they should put Eli in
this year again. That's the thing. He was a finalist, but I don't think he's
cool. I'm saying when they put those three in together, they should also put Eli in the same class.
I agree. I like that. Matt, we got 2 more topics to talk about before we get out of here. First one, college football calendar here. So let's discuss it.
Here, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. No, not even close. I know that they offered Heward the other day. You did it like 12th. He's right down the street. His dad played in the league.
Yeah,
like Mike Sanford's the coach there. He was a coach at CU. Like, they should be first on all these kids, and they end up 20th. And then they say things like, Jackson Roper, you should come to CU and be an example of how we recruit Colorado kids. Not that we actually want you to come to CU and play and be a nasty motherfucker. Just an example that we actually brought in a Colorado kid. So it's neither here nor there. Nothing's going to change, and I'm done fucking beating the drum. I'll just send my guys to – Reese just put his top 6 out. CU ain't in it. But there's some other good schools that are really recruiting him. He was just at Oregon. So things are looking up in my room. Our job is not to – force feed Colorado. If they don't want to eat, I can't make them.
Let me ask you about the kid, Titus Heward, right? At Valor, under Coach Sanford. I played against Sam Heward, who's the son of Damon Heward. All that whole family of Hewards is legendary quarterbacks. Titus's dad's Brock Heward. Do you think CU has a real shot at getting him in the state at Valor? No?
No.
Why do you say that?
Come on, man. They're not actually going to recruit him. It's a look, we offered the Colorado kid offer. They don't think kids from Colorado can play unless you're from the South or Texas. They don't think you can play. That's the head man. And everyone knows it. You know it. I know it. We've talked about this before. No. Not with all the other opportunities this kid has. No way.
I mean, he's a Heward. He's going to get all types of love.
He's already got them. That's my point. Yeah. Why didn't they offer him first? He's right down the street. You want to recruit the kid, offer him first, put in the time recruiting him. Don't offer him 20th or 15th or 12th or whatever after everyone else has done all the work evaluating him. And you're just like, oh, I don't want to look bad, so I guess we better offer him. That's what it is. Yeah. And I know I'm going to piss somebody off and somebody's feelings going to get hurt and it's going to be a whole thing because this is a reality TV show, right? It's not really a football program. So let's just move on. I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. I'm over it.
Let's talk about the college football calendar here. So college football playoff announced dates and bowl sites for its upcoming quarterfinal and semifinal games. But Matt, 38 days are going to separate the first round and the national championship. So from what I understand, the first round's on the 30th of December. The Natty's the 25th of January. Oh, my Lord. Lane Kiffin has come out in response to this and basically said somehow the calendar got even worse on purpose. Kids play until January 25th, almost a month in between the games. Oh, I'm laughing, but it's getting worse. Everything that you and I talk about from, moving the schedule up and having it make sense and coordinated with the semesters and et cetera. None of it makes sense anymore. It just seems to be getting worse. Matt, what's your reaction to it being somebody in this business in college football recruiting?
Listen, you dumb fuck. Reese Russell is a bad motherfucker. He's one of the best players I've ever worked with. He's going to play NFL center. He's going to play center in the NFL for 10, 15 years. His father won the Buckets at CU. He's legacy. He should have been priority. I don't want some high-priced fucking 5-star prima donna bitch. I want the grunt in my own backyard that's going to earn it. So how about you calm the fuck down, Martin Thomas? I mean, dude, miss me with this fucking bullshit. It's like he's a 20. And what? The 5-star on 247 somehow, like, But I don't give a fuck about stars. He's got fucking 35 offers from Georgia and Oklahoma and Oregon, and go look at his top 6, you simple-minded motherfucker. And it goes back full circle to these simple-minded idiots. I can believe it because this is what they do. They like the chaos. They don't want rules. This is what it is. College football is a fucking joke, bro. It's cool. I'll watch it, but everything about it is just, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a big money grab for everybody now. And they just keep fucking the schedule up and then blame it on the kids when they want to like maximize, and blame it on the coaches when they need to move mid-season because that's when they allow them to. So this is not surprising at all. It's just one more circumstance of college football looking at absolutely ridiculous as humanly possible. And there's a bunch of people that sat in a room and made this decision and thought it was a good idea, while everybody in the college football world is begging them to make changes that will benefit everyone instead of just this. So it's like the NCAA figured out that they didn't have any power, and instead of like just relinquishing power, they just decided to just destroy the whole system and watch everybody suffer. Like, we're just going to compromise everything from the inside out. Like, there can't just be a peaceful transition of power.
No, and it just seems to be spiraling. Let me ask you this. Joel Klatt, our guy who played at CU, obviously he's been on the show. He talked about moving the natty up, moving the calendar up, and having it make sense. And the opposite has happened. The natty's on is even later now. It's on January 25th, which is damn near February, damn near the Super Bowl. Let me ask you, as somebody who's gotten over 540 kids different scholarship opportunities in college football, what's the best solution to this calendar issue? Because it just seems to be going the opposite direction of what we talked about. But in your eyes, what's the best solution?
Common sense. Common sense. Everybody play week 0. Cut out one of the fucking stupid money grab games against Mercer or Weber State. Everybody has to play in a conference title game, including fucking Notre Dame. If you want to get into the tournament, everyone's got to play by the same rules, just like in basketball. I know it's different. There's more teams, but still, one motherfucking team can't just have an advantage of, oh, we're in the top 12. We don't have to win anything, or get rid of the conference title games altogether. But just play every week leading up, make home games more of a priority, get rid of the bowl sites. Have everything done by fucking January 1st, and you could if you wanted to. And move the fuck on and stop acting like it's like it used to be. It's over. So this is what college football is, and they keep moving the schedule back, and it's just going to be more of a disaster next year. I don't know. It's a fucking disaster, bro. So I guess they're just going to wait until it completely falls apart. Or it's just so corrupt that you can't tell the difference between what's wrong and what's right anymore.
Right. And then to the NCAA, what do you say to the NCAA at this point?
Get fucked.
Exactly.
Why are you here? Why does college football still entertain this notion that they need to be involved with the non-caring assholes of America? Why? Why? Why are they still involved? Why are they still involved? In what way, shape, or form does it benefit either side to still be involved with the NCAA? It doesn't help them either. It just makes them look like a fucking joke that they are. And if you work for that place, how do you work for them?
We've beat this to death. But I don't know. I think the NCAA, we've talked about it. I think this is what they wanted. And I think eventually
they're getting it.
The chaos is going to spiral into something where they go like this. Matt, final topic. Reaction from NFL players about Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl were largely split. The majority of you didn't like the selection, cited a lack of familiarity with his music, or said they just preferred a different performer. But I wanted to read some of these excerpts. I don't even know who Bad Bunny is, said an NFC offensive player. I always think it should be an American. I think they're trying too hard with this international stuff. Bad Bunny, and then they added Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico, an unincorporated territory of the United States. Another NFC offensive player said, I do not like it. I prefer anyone who's synonymous with football and culture. I feel like there's tons of artists out there who are fans of the game. And then an AFC offensive player said, I think there are better examples of character and morality than Bad Bunny. I'm going to run out the room when this halftime show comes on. I'm going to cut the TV off. What are you going to do at halftime?
Not watch.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. I have no interest in this whatsoever. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. I'm over all the political correct bullshit, all the political stances, the fake political stances, and the finger pointing, and this side and that side. I'm over both sides. Can we
talk about this? I know Matt's a metal. Matt, I know you agree to this. Metallica not getting a nod at halftime show in their hometown is a joke. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, but
100,000 times better than this. Are you fucking kidding me?
I agree, but that would, again, that's a common sense thing. They don't know, they're not playing to their base anymore. They know they've got the base by the balls. So the NFL, they know people. I'm still going to watch, even though I think the NFL is like a complete fucking joke and shell of itself. We got a kindness coordinator and hug time, halftime shows, and this fucking fruit jumping around in a dress, singing in Spanish. And that's cool. Look, dog, if I go to Puerto Rico on vacation and Bree and I are sitting out there in some fucking banana, I got a banana hammock on. And you know, we're fucking drinking pina coladas and shit, and I want to watch a little Bad Bunny, then that would make sense. But what the fuck? I mean, this is like there's not a more American day than the Super Bowl. And again, we're trying to turn it into something that it's not. It's not. And I understand that like the international stuff it's really cool that like people in Spain get to go for a day and be like, what are we going to watch? A soccer game? It's football? Oh, well, fuck it. We'll just go because it's something to do. That's what the international games are. They're not good for the game. They're not good for the game. Nobody wants to fly to fucking Spain.
We gotta talk about that.
No one wants to do that shit.
Doesn't every team have to play an international game?
Yeah. And Melbourne, Australia and shit. No one wants to do that shit. That's too far.
That's like
what the fuck are we talking about? We're appealing to people that don't have anything to do with it. So look, this is what it is. Roger Goodell seems to think that this is uniting people. I seem to think it's doing something different. But I've given up on this a long time ago, bro. Like anything, like I've accepted the fact, unfortunately, and I'm sure I'll still bitch about it, but I've kind of accepted the fact that like I'm old and the traditional shit that I think is like important in football specifically doesn't mean dick. It doesn't mean shit in college football anymore. It's over. It doesn't mean shit in the NFL anymore. It's over. And it's this new blue ribbon, orange slice, feelings-based, emotional fucking bullshit that I'll watch it. I'll watch because it's Super Bowl Sunday and shit, but I'm over it. Mm-hmm. We'll keep talking about it, but I'm over it. I think it's fucking ridiculous. So, yeah, I hope the halftime show is fantastic. I just can't wait to fucking sing along.
Oh, boy. Matt, we'll be back on Thursday here on 0 to 60. It was great having Seahawks tight end, fullback, captain for Super Bowl 60, Brady Russell, join the show. Obviously, he's a CU alum from Colorado, walk on to being a captain in the Super Bowl. It's nice getting his perspective. Having Reese surprise him, talk about their mullets, etc., and what that game means to them. We'll be back on Thursday.
The season's over, dog. They're running around in a field house right now. Yeah. They were 3-9.
We've talked about,
and we just had a fucking ex-player on that's playing in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, no, we're not going to just fucking sit here and blow everybody the whole time and glaze it up. Like, hey, fuck, man, let's sit here and glaze some more shit today.
Yeah, we talked about Colorado, by the way. We talked about Pecco fucking leaving. What? God damn, y'all didn't give us credit. We literally talked to you right at the beginning. Y'all, whatever. Appreciate Brady Russell joining. Matt, it was a great show. We'll be back on Thursday. On Thursday, we'll talk more Broncos. I want to talk about Davis Webb being promoted to the OC. That and so much more. Probably your Jets. Something will come out. Woody Johnson, Aaron Glenn. We'll see if he hires anybody. And, yeah, great show here on this fine Tuesday. Any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Nope.
0 to 60, the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes football coverage. Brought to you by the Believe Network. FanDuel, and Game Time. We will see you guys on Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Peace.